Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I have such a cute projects and products to share with you. I am using the new cutie patooties from Spellbinders. This first one is Cozy Waddlers and I couldn't help myself. I will actually create 3 pairs of these and I will probably not be done there. They are just the cutest and so easy to put together. I gave them some rosy cheeks with my Copic markers after putting them together and they are just adorable. And for my next one I'm using the hedgehogs, super cute set as well. I have 2 different like color combinations for you. Of course they are bright and cherry because I just love those color combinations and I couldn't help myself. This was also super easy to put together. Really cute set and you can see how adorable he is. I just love it. And when he gets his ear muffs and his hat and his glasses, oh, they are just the cutest. So you can see here I'm really fiddling with how high that hat should be, but I loved it in the end. And here is another Deck the Paws, also so cute. It's this little Christmas dog with the star on top of his head, like he's dressed out for being a Christmas tree. That is just cute. Look at those hedgehogs with the eyeglasses and those waddlers, really cute. I couldn't help myself and give them coordinating sort of scarves as well. That little Deck the Paws, super cute. And here they are, adorable. I will put this to the side and start actually by creating this one because all of these products are a part of the new collection called Merry Mischief collection. Really sweet collection and I couldn't help myself. I wanted to create an interactive card. So I started by creating the chimney and I cut it out of white and sort of a rusty red color. I think that actually was called chimney. And then I had some white glitter paper for the snow and Santa I cut out of black, and I got the inspiration for the color choices here from the packaging. I just wanted to point that out, but you can definitely go more bold than I did. I just wanted to keep him quite simple. And this was also the first time I created with this set, so I love having it quite simple when I'm starting off and then go from there. So you can see he has his little belt on and everything, and then he can be tucked underneath the snow bank here. So I'm just attaching him and then having the snow with some dimension on top, so he is really in that chimney. And for my interactive part I am scoring every ½ inch and then 1 inch, ½ inch, ½ inch, and then we're gonna cut on that last score line. You could make this more dimensional by having another measurement than I had on the ½ inch parts, but I didn't want more like dimension than I had. This will be tucked on the end of this, just so we have our snow bank that the chimney will be standing on, and this will be raised up with some dimension. So when I know how high I could have this, I will use the die that cuts the snow out of another cardstock. So you can see here how it looks, and we can have that on top of this. But before I'm doing this, I will actually stamp my sentiment, and this also comes from this set. So all of these small die set also comes with coordinating sentiments, and they are just so cute, the sentiments. You will see them here in a second. And I use some red ink to stamp this out. May Santa's visit bring you, I think it said joy. We can read it together in a second here. For my background, I created with the Season Sparkles 3D embossing folder. They are just darling. These embossing folders give so much texture. And I had some really dark navy blue cardstock. May Santa's visit bring you holiday cheer, the sentiment will read. And now we are pretty much finished for putting this together. So we have our white card base ready. I will cover that up with that background. And then we will have our interactive element towards the bottom of this, just making sure that it's not overhanging too much. And since I had that dimension, I needed to hold this for a while just to make it really hold on to the paper. Then we can attach our snowbank to the front with the sentiment. So you can see here how that nicely fitted on top of this. And then we can bring in Santa. So cute. And he will really be popped up. And notice at the top he will still fit in a standard A2 size card envelope. And yeah, off camera I created a background. I will share what I did with this in the end, because our deck the paws little guy will go on that, but I used the same embossing folder. So cute with that inking and the splatters. And then we will create some more backgrounds. I didn't end up using exactly this one, but I wanted to share how I created, because I will use another one that I did in the same way. I am using some inks from Hero Arts, and this is a new Better Press plate. This one is called Peppermint Twist. Super cute. It also is a part of this collection. I'm using some watercolor paper, and it really presses that ink into the cardstock and give this beautiful background. So this is the one we actually are going to be using for today's project. Isn't that just stunningly beautiful? But before we do that, I wanted to share our first, or our second card, maybe I should say. This is a slimline card, and here I will share how I created that colorful background with you. So I started off with a pink cardstock as my base, and then brought in a darker shade of pink from my stash, and then I brought in some orange from the other side. So you can see here I am having pink and orange. And then I will use the embossing folder one more time. And I love that these embossing folders are long enough to fit a slimline card front. Really beautiful. And now we can play around with our cute cozy waddlers. You can see we have a sentiment that I actually set and embossed off camera that says, "You are a true gift." And I will put our card base to use and have our card front on top of it. Super nice. I love how our first project turned out. I embellished it with some small clear sequins from my stash. Our second card will be with the hedgehogs, and I didn't have a paper in my stash that matched the colors that I used for that peppermint twist background, so I created my own by just rubbing it across the edges. I had something underneath just to not get the ink all over the place. I placed my little cute hedgehogs on top of it, and then I have my sentiment underneath here in a second. And you can see how nicely that turned out with the colors of that paper that we created. And for our last project, you can see our little deck the paws here in the center of our card stock here, and I actually used some foam to the back. William is also here helping me create this card. He wanted to play with everything, of course, and I love having him here, even though I don't get that much work done when he is around. And you can see the sentiment goes underneath, and that finished off our 4 projects for today's video. Thank you so much if you are still watching this video. I will have links down below for all of the products that I used in this video. This is a new collection. It's a really cute one, so I hope you enjoyed this video. My links are affiliate links, which just means that if you click my links, Spellbinders will know that you have watched my content. And if you would purchase something, I would get a small kickback from that to no extra cost to you. So I just wanted to point that out. Thank you so much for being here, and please let me know in the comments which card do you like the most. Bye!